Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Arena Gauntlet League match. Today is match number 23 in the league and we're on a slide and we're looking to kick it. So the deck you see on your screen is our Abzan mid-range deck, slightly upgraded from our last several losses here to see if we can get back on the winning track and move our way towards week number 6 here in this league. It's been a tough one. I made a lot of predictions early on that have all relatively come true. It's a 5-color format. We're not playing 5 colors because most of our other rares suck, or our best rares are in these colors, kind of all these Voice of Victory things hanging down here in these sieges and all this kind of stuff here. So this is the deck we're going to run into our 23rd match here today. Alright, let's start as we always do and look at the top of the 184 player leaderboard and see Wizma standing up there by himself at 17-4. Several players have reached 16 wins by now. We've got some 15s, some 14s, and the 13s have fallen off, which is where we stand, sitting down in 40th with that record of 13-9. On quite the slide here right now, but that's not to say we can't turn it around. If we go 8-0 from here on to the end of the league, there's a chance we can make top 8. It's very small, but there's a chance. And if we do go 8-0, we probably do lock up a top 16 spot. So there's still some to play for here. Within the Abzan clan, we've slid out of that top 8 position. So if our clan were to win the Ascendancy Challenge this week, we would not participate in that mega draft as we have slid out. So we've got to get some wins to at least find ourselves back in mega draft top 8 position here within the Abzan clan. So today's match is going to be an elimination match for Azayaka, who is 10-10 in the Mardu clan, playing a 5-color deck, because that's what this format is, and they are in rank 89th right now. There's, like I said, just about 90-95 people who have made it into week 5 here, and they're in 89th, we're sitting in 40th. Now, we have had the chance of playing each other once before in a different league. They did get the best of us in that league, so we're going to try to even up that season series here. Their lifetime AGL record is a lot of games, 186 and 168 for a win percentage just north of 52%, and ours is dropping rapidly towards 56% with that record of 73 and 57. Now, as far as badges, Azayaka does have 3 top 16 badges. Hasn't quite cracked that top 8 just yet, but hopefully that's coming in the near future for them as well. And you can see our top 8 badge there on the left. So we're trying to halt a skid that we've been on here and eliminate one of our first players of the tournament. See if we can do it. See you in game 1. Alright, we get to start on the draw, and our opponent has taken a mulligan, and I believe for the 6th game in a row, we get to take a mulligan as well. I mean, we got a 4 and a 5 drop. I guess we could hope we draw something. We do have all 4 of our colors. We got a 4 and a 5, but like, I mean, we have a ton of 2s and a ton of 3s and a lot of chances to find them. So, you know what? I'm going to keep it. We've been down so many cards in so many of the recent games that I want to see if this will be good enough here. See, we found a 2. We did it. So now if we can just find one of our aggressive negotiations on 3, then that... Oh no, he kept a 1-lander. Yeah, I mean, you did mulligan to... What is it? Mulligan to 6? Okay, found it there. It's not like we're putting that much more pressure on you. But, let's see what we can do here. Go ahead and return it to our hand. Play the Host of the Hereafter, I believe. Well, I guess I could play 2 2/2s as opposed to a 4/4, although the 4/4 probably is much harder to deal with. Well, alright, there's a land, Pilgrim's Eye. Oh, that kind of shuts down the Kieran, although the Armament Core is going to come down and make that a little bit bigger, so that's kind of nice. In fact, I might just put... Oh, hello. Let's just go big for now. Next turn I can double with the Sage of the Skies, so let's go here, and then there. I meant to actually put both on the Kieran. That was a slight mistake. I don't know why I put it here. The difference between a 4/4 and a 5/5 is not that huge. Hey, look, I was going to say Abzan against Abzan, but there's a mountain over there. You know, we've kind of been locked out of the last several matches we've played due to mana screw, so I guess it's only fitting that it happens to both players in a league, but let's see if there's anything that can be recovered from here. There is a Death Begets Life in this pool, which is notable. That's the big board wipe. Oof. Yeah, that card's also very good. Can give lifelink. I think I'm playing a creature plus the Sage of the Skies here, so I don't need to do anything pre-combat. So let's just get in. I mean, I could... You know, revealing the Sage of the Skies for game 2 or anything, it doesn't matter, because these are open deck or open pool lists, so he knows I've got the Sage of the Skies here. So I think it's fine to play it, because they've actually got one too, I think. Yeah, they've got a Sage of the Skies as well. Oh my gosh, how many rares? They do have 10 losses, so there's like 25 rares or something in here, and only 5 of them are not multicolored. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, probably want to make that a 3/3, I would think. Yep. Alright, down goes one of them. Sultine, don't have lifelink yet. I think the Siege, I don't think it technically is lethal, but it's probably pretty close. So let's go ahead and play this. Do that. Attack all, give it here, then it has to be double block, so double, I mean, it doesn't, I don't think it really matters. What if I give it here, then block, chump, 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 so that isn't lethal, but if I give it here, have to double block, 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 I think that is lethal, so let's go here. And I think that should do it there. So a little bit of a stumble on the mana. But we take those. Because this one's got menace, so double block, chump, takes 6. Right? Yeah, nothing's got lifelink, so take 5. Either one works. Alright, did get the win there. Let's see what we can do in sideboarding here. I mean, a relatively similar deck to ours. Slightly mid-ranged. I don't think Betrayal's very good. The Whale of War is pretty good against the one card that we saw, the Survival. Don't know if that's a full reason to bring it in. There is a Sage of the Skies. Gosh, just lots of rares. Lotus Light Dancers, Eshki. I'm not sure I need to make too many changes to that there. We didn't get to see a ton of what that deck is trying to do. I don't think it's going to be super... I mean, it is pretty good against the Devotee, the -1/-1, and against the Revival, and against the Pilgrim's Eye. Yeah, maybe it actually is kind of good. Where's that card? Whale of War. And then on the draw is something a little bit worse. The current seems pretty good. I kind of like my 2s. I just don't really know what to change at this point and take out, right? Maybe one of these hosts, but like a 4/4 was just pretty good, that matchup. Warden is fine. I like the negotiate. I guess I could take out 1 on the draw. It's a little bit more of an assertive deck. Let's try this. I'm going to see how this one performs here in game 2. Alright, we could go second here now, and we do have our sideboard card. We'll see if it comes in handy or not, if there's a Sultai Devotee or something over there. We have... well, that was a 5-drop of 3 colors, but we do at least have a 2-drop we can play and 3 shots. Abzan Devotee, that gets got by Whale of War as well. And now we've got the Pack Beast, so we're doing something here. Pilgrim's Eye, alright, this is working out. Would it be too much to ask for them to play Revival of the Ancestors next turn and me to be able to wipe their board? That would be nice. Oh, and blue. And white. And red. And everything. Alright. Sure. Card I can't cast. Alright, I'll just... I guess plan on using Whale of War here. I'll see if Revival comes down or something. Guess it didn't. Let's just go ahead and wipe it now. It's going to be bad if Revival comes down post-combat, but... Alright, that's a 2/5. That's a little bit more difficult, but I do have some removal here. Okay, not bad. I think I'm just gonna Planar Disruption. And then attack. It's kind of a tough call between like making a 1/1 or what, but oh, perfect. Well, at least I get to kill it. But yeah, the Stormbrood was a nice pickup there. Play Terramorphic. Play the Armament Core and make the Initiate a 4/4 and attack. Alright, why are we glitching now? Okay, not too bad. Probably get a swamp here. I don't think I need to get the forest. Alright, getting close to Death Begets Life. Gotta watch out for that. That is 8 mana. And then recast that too. Yeah, alright. So the, what's it called? The Whale of War is pretty good in this matchup. But the Sultai Devotee is gonna be a little annoying here. So I can trade Armament Core for the Devotee, make a 1/1, and play, like, Host of the Hereafter? I mean, I have to get this thing off the battlefield some way or another, right? I can make a 2/2 and play the Pack Beast? I think the 4/4 is a little bit better. Could also just chump with the Devotee here and just keep getting it back and replaying it, which is pretty annoying. The Pack Beast is pretty bad against the Devotee. I'm wondering if they're just going to chump. What if I double attack? I think that's probably okay as well. They probably trade Initiate and chump there. I play the host, but then I can't make a 1/1. The 1/1's actually pretty good on this board, so let me try this. Yeah, so they'll just chump. I'll play the host, make a 1/1. And hope that Death Begets Life isn't the draw. Or isn't in the hand, and then he draws like 7 cards or 6 cards or whatever. I'm wondering if the Pack Beast actually... Okay, so there's the 8th land. Let's see. With Devotee, how many are there? Let's see. 2 Sultai Devotees? I bet he's playing both. Makes the Pack Beast notably worse. Considering these just can't attack into that, really? Can also just recast this again for 5. Could also flip that, whatever that is. Oh, forgot. That gets back anything. That's a good card. So I'm sure that's coming down, and now I can't really attack into it, and I don't have an answer for a 3/3 flyer, so... Huh. Yeah, that's what we call stabilizing. And now we just kind of hang out. I mean, it doesn't change the clock if I make a 2/2 because I go to 7, which means the clock isn't changed by the Stormbrood unless this is a flyer. So I guess I could make a 2/2. Okay, that does change the clock now. Now I have 1 draw. And there's a lifelinker. That thing's really hard to beat. I mean... This card played against me, it's an enormous toughness creature that also has lifelink, so... I mean, if I draw removal, it's got to go with the Stormbrood, but this will make life difficult in the long run here. Well... I mean, that does do it. I probably just need to do that now. Is there a way where I can win if they don't... Like, this is blocking, so they're at like 14, kind of. Yeah, I just have to basically just get rid of this thing. And then, is there a world where just making 2 more 1/1s over the course of the next 2 turns is wrong? I don't think so. I think I just need to go to 1 and go as wide as I can, basically. So let's go to 2. And now we need multiple removals. Oh, is it a flyer? Okay. Sure, it was a flyer. Alright, well, got us there. I think we can probably bring the negotiations back in that were on the play on game 3 here. Whale of War still seems really good in this matchup. I mean, I like all of these creatures over here. I think... Like I said, the Pack Beast against those Death Touchers might not be as good, but it's just the... What's it called? the Sultai devotees. They're also playing to the board quite well, and attacking with the 0/4 is harder when that's the case. I could go really low and play Skull Hunters, make them discard cards. I actually think it might be right to take out both of these pack beasts here. As weird as that feels. Bodyguard. I'd like to get on the board early. I'd like to have these negotiations be able to hit something and put a counter on something. The Dawnbreakers line up well against both Disruptive Stormbrews because I think there's two. Yeah, there's two. Those actually do line up kind of well against that. And they fly, and they have Vigilance. So actually, those are also pretty decent here. I'm wondering if both of those could come in place of, like... Is the Battle Priest any good? I mean, the Battle Priest is kind of underwhelming. Maybe I don't need one of the Skull Hunters, but I could bring in one Dawnbreaker instead. Let's try this out and see how this works. Okay, we get to go first, and we've got our 1 into our 2, and Whale of War, which is exactly what we're looking for with this kind of deck. So, see if we can find another land or two and be off to the races here. Because I drew the Pack Beast, I might actually want to go wide with this, so this can start costing as cheap as possible. So let's actually auto pay and make the 1/1, and hope to draw a land. Obviously, Whale of War looking good again. That's a card we can't cast. Do that, and then just play a Seeker and miss a land drop here. More X1s. Sure. Another card we can't cast. Sure, I guess we just play a 2/2. And then I'm not going to trade because I have this Whale of War, which can wipe this board currently. So, I mean, I have to draw a land for it to actually matter, but... Okay, there's a land. So the question is, do I do it now? I think I do. So I'll do this and then try to push some damage here and see what the response is over there. Removal on Seeker of the Way. Okay. We'll get on in for 5. Pack Beast now cost 3 again. Don't have our green. There is a 2/5. At least I have the Planar Disruption, but they're kind of getting themselves set up here now. Alright, I don't know if this is right compared to the Pack Beast play here, but I think I'm going to try to go wide and really hope there's no Lotus Light Dancers or life-linking creatures. Okay, that's a 3/3. Ugh, they had the same thing. They got rid of one of them and then had the same thing. Those are big. And they both fly, so, I mean, just haven't drawn my green yet here. And at this point, drawing the green isn't really going to help. These cards are much worse later in the game. At least this one is. So he must have, off of the Soothsayer, hit 2 Storm Broods, binned one of them, and kept one of them, and then I locked it down and then managed to kill it. So, nice out there. Seems like a piercing exhale to me. Oh, there aren't any piercing exhales. A treasure cruise. It's pretty nice. Good old ancestral recall, kinda. Keeping up specifically 3 mana so that you can Dragon's Prey, or I guess ultimate price that, and now I still can't attack. Perfect. Go ahead. Alright, got your own Hollow Merc Siege, I see. On Abzan, so putting counters and giving it menace. Alright, so we're on a 4-turn clock here now. Probably 3, actually. Still can't attack through a 3/6. And they all have flying. Are we dead next turn now? Okay, go ahead and kill it. Can't attack. Take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're dead next turn. Okay, get another flyer back, kill another creature. And this one is done. So we get to start the week 0-3 here, and attempt to come back and win the last 7. That's all we can do, I guess. Won't be good enough for a top 8. We've locked ourselves out of that now with this loss today officially. But maybe we could squeak out a top 15 if we get 20, or top 16 if we go 20-10. You're gonna have to turn things around quite a bit, but I suppose it's still mathematically possible. And that won't do it. Alright. So we will take the loss here today and move to 0-3 on the week. Well, that loss does unfortunately move us into elimination territory. Not quite yet. Got 1 left to give here, and actually not left to give, 1 left before we're done. 13-9 in 40th, and we only drop down to, I believe it's 41st here, with that record of 13-10. So we got to win out our last 7 matches here to have any chance at any sort of accolade in this league. And, you know, our deck can do some things when it decides to not want to mulligan. Within the Abzan clan, we stay in 10th place. I'm playing most of my matches here early on this week, and nobody's really gotten too far ahead of us so far. And for us to have even a remote shot at top 8, we probably have to win, I would say, at least 2 more matches, get into week 6. But we'll just worry about tomorrow's match when that one comes. When it comes to our last comeback pack of this league, the first pack you see on your screen is actually the new Tarkir Reforged pack that we chose. We did not choose, or did not even see in yesterday's result, and there's actually some decent stuff here. Ultimate Price, Ardenvale Tactician, our, like, 7th Blossoming Sands or something. Deadly Visit, not really. I mean, there's a couple of decent cards, and honestly, that's going to be the one I pick, because if you see what's on your screen right now, the one we didn't pick in yesterday was absolute garbage. Once again, another Blossoming Sands and a Planar Disruption. But I'm going to go ahead and take that first pack and add it to my pool. Okay, I've gone ahead and brought over basically the 2 cards from that pack that I want to consider adding to this pool here. The Ardenvale Tactician and the Ultimate Price. I think both are going to make the cut here. I think these hosts, at least one of these hosts of the hereafter probably needs to go at this point. I just worried my creature count is getting a little bit too low. It's at 24 right now. I mean, we're trying to be relatively, you know, creature heavy in this deck, and I really do like these negotiations. Maybe I could take out this current now that I have so much more removal. I think that's actually fair. Just taking out the current now that we have an ultimate price as well. And then this is pretty much going to be the final version of our deck for this league. I mean, lose and we're out, and then if we win 7 more, we got to do it with this deck. So this is what we're going to be running into our second to last Week 5 match here tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Arena Gauntlet League content.